Okay, in module 3 of design and analysis of algorithm, we were discussing greedy method. We have discussed many algorithm on that. Today we'll discuss another concept, that is transform and conquer method. In that method, we'll discuss heap construction. Before discussing heap construction, I'll tell you the definition for the transform and conquer technique. So when we try to use the transform and conquer technique, the instances of the problem will be usually transformed into easier instance to solve. Okay, usually before solving the actual problem, we are going to change its pattern, that is input pattern we are going to change. Okay, for example, if you want to apply some algorithm, if you want to check the frequency of the particular value in the array, for example, I want to check how many times number 5 is there in an integer array. Okay, if that is the case, what I can do is I can have the sorted array. If I have the sorted array, what happens? All the occurrences of 5 will be together in the sorted array, right? For example, 5 is there for 3 times. 3 times 5 is there. The number 5 is there 3 times in a sorted array. Then all the 3 occurrence will be in the array together. So you can count that 5 easily. Okay, so that is pre-sorting, usually called as pre-sorting. So before applying the actual problem, before getting the solution for the actual problem, we change the input pattern. That is transform and conquer technique. So in that we are going to learn heap and heap sort. Today we'll discuss how to construct the heap. Okay. Let me tell you what is a heap before discussing construction. A heap can be defined as a binary tree with keys assigned to its nodes, one key per node, provided the following two conditions are met. First one is the shape property. The binary tree is essentially complete or simply complete binary tree. This property must be satisfied, that is all its levels are full except possibly the last level where only some rightmost rightmost leaves may be missing. So we know that while filling the binary tree, we can fill it from left to right. Okay, all the levels must be filled except for the last level. That is, last level can have missing nodes, but it must not be on the left side. Okay, it must be left to right, it must be filled. Only some right nodes may be missing. Okay, only some right nodes may be missing. So that is the complete binary tree. You have learned complete binary tree while studying data structure. So while filling the complete binary tree, while creating the complete binary tree, we have to fill the values in each level from left to right, and each level must be filled before creating the next level. Okay, before creating the next level nodes, the current level must be filled with the nodes. Okay, that is complete binary tree. So heap must be a complete binary tree. Okay, heap must be a complete binary tree, and in heap we have two heap, max heap and the min heap. Okay, here we are going to learn max heap. Okay, here we are going to learn max heap. In the max heap, the parental dominance or heap property must be satisfied. That is, the key in the node must be greater than or equal to the keys in its child nodes. Okay, when we compare the parent node value stored in the parent node, that must be greater than the value stored in the child node. Okay, value stored in its child node. I hope you are getting. Parental node value must be greater than the child node values. Okay. This is max heap. This is max heap. In min heap, the value in the parent node must be lesser than the values in the child node. Okay. So here we are going to learn max heap, not min heap. Okay. So parental dominance, the value in the parent node must be greater than the values in the child node. So these two properties are met for a binary tree means that is a heap. So consider this example, you can see the example. So value 10, it is in the root node. Value 10, it is in the root node, and in the next level we have 8 and 7. And in the next level, third level, we have 5, 2, 1 and 6. And in the fourth level, we have 3, 5 and 1. You can see the structure of the binary tree, shape property. Shape property, it's a complete binary tree. In each level, we have filled the values from left to right. In each level is filled except the last level. Except the last level. In the last level, you can notice that for node 5, we have two child nodes 3 and 5. Then for 2, we have only one child and it is filled on the left, not on the right. Okay, so right leaves may be missing, but not the left one. Okay, if a single leaf node is there, then it must be for the left one, not for the right one. You cannot, if it left is missing and right is there, means it is not a binary tree. Sorry, it is not a heap. Okay, it is not a heap. So this is the complete binary tree. It is filled from left to right, and each level is filled before going to the next level. Okay, it's a binary tree with the shape property of complete binary tree, and the parental dominance you can check. 10, it is greater than 8 and 7, and then 8 is greater than 5 and 2, and 7 is greater than 1 and 6, and it can have the equal value also. It can be greater than or equal to in the lesser than or equal to the child node. So for 5, we have 3 and 5. 5 is equal to 5, right? So in the child node, we can have the values lesser than or equal to the parent value. Okay. So for 5, we have 3 and 5. And for 2, we have 1. Right. So all the values in the parent node, it is greater than the child node or equal to the child node. Okay. So if we represent the same heap using the array, so it is starting from 1. So root node is stored in the index 1. So 10. 10. Then in the next level, we have 8 and 7. So it is filled according to the left to right representation. Okay. So while storing it in the array also, we have to store like that. 10, then 8, 7. Then in the next level, 5, 2, 1, 6. And in the next level, we have 3, 5 and 1. So it is stored level wise. Okay, level wise from left to right in the array. Okay, so parent nodes up to 5, we have parent nodes, and leaf nodes from 6 to 10. Okay, from position 6 to 10, we have leaf nodes. So this is the heap and its array representation. Okay, I hope you understood what is a heap. Okay, list of important properties of heap. First property, there exists exactly one essentially complete binary tree with n nodes. Its height is equal to log n to the base 2. Okay, number of levels in that it is equal to log n to the base 2, where n is the number of nodes. Okay, where n is the number of nodes. Usually, for example, if you consider the previous one, we have 10 values. We have number of nodes is equal to 10. So log n to the base 2, it's almost log 10 to the base 2, it is almost equal to 3 point something. So we have 4 levels here, right? We have 4 levels, and height of the binary tree is almost 3, right? Height of the binary tree is 3. So count the branches, longest number of branches, that is 10 to 8, 8 to 5, 5 to 3. So 3 is the height of that. 3 point something will get log 10 to the base 2, 3 point something will get. So it is equal to, so you can see the floor function. So ignore the constant, ignore the fraction and consider that value 3. Okay. The root of a heap always contains its largest element. And one more thing, there exists exactly one essentially complete binary tree for the heap. So we are going to discuss two methods here, top-down approach and bottom-up approach for creating the heap. And with the same values, same array, we are going to end with the same tree, whether you use bottom up approach or top down approach. That's why they have given this statement. There exists exactly one essential complete binary tree. So binary tree, that heap created by top down approach or bottom approach, will be same for the same set of values. Okay, the root of a heap always contains its largest element. We have seen with an example. A node of a heap considered with all its descendants is also a heap. Okay, a node, if you consider, for example, consider this one. Okay, if we consider this, you consider this subtree, left subtree, it is also a heap. Okay, we have 8 in its parent node. If we consider this only this as a binary tree, so this is also a heap, right? 8, it is in the root of the subtree, so that is larger than 52351, right? Again, you consider only this is also heap. If you consider only this is also heap. Okay, consider this again, this is also heap. Okay, consider any node. Okay, with that, consider any node in the heap. Again, descendants with that will be a heap. Okay, that is the third property. A node of a heap considered with all its descendants is also a heap. A heap can be implemented as an array by recording its elements in the top down, left to right fashion. Okay, we have seen with the array representation, you have seen that. It is convenient to store the heap's elements in positions 1 through n of such an array, leaving h of 0, either unused or putting there a sentinel whose value is greater than every element in the heap in such a representation. Okay, you can use any one number which is greater than, that is in h of 0. 0th position, you can put some number. Okay, put some number which is greater than all the elements in the heap. Okay, or leave it blank. Leave it blank. It is better to use from positions 1 to n. Reason for that is the parental node key will be in its n by 2 position of the array, while the leaf keys will occupy the last n by 2 position. That is, first one is floor function, second one is ceiling function. Okay, first one is floor function and second one is ceiling function. If you divide the array, I told you that is array position parents are stored from 1 to 5. So divide it. We have 10 elements, right? 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 5, right? 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Anyhow, for 10 divided by 2, we are not getting any fractional part. It is completely dividing with the value 5, right? So it is equal to 5. 1 to 5, we have parent nodes, and 6 to 10, we have leaf nodes. Right? Okay, that is the property. For this property, to get these values of the positions like this, we have to consider from first position. Instead of h of 0, heap of 0, we can consider from heap of 1. Okay, and second one is the children of keys in the array's parental position I greater than or equal to 1, less than or equal to floor function of n by 2 will be in position 2i and 2i plus 1. For example, root is in the first position, right? Root is in the first position and its child node will be in the 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. 2 into 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. So it will be in the second and third position. Okay, it will be in the second and third position. Correspondingly, the parent of a key in position I will be in position I by 2. That is floor function of I by 2. For example, the parent node of position 3 will be equal to 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2, you will get 1.5. Ignore that fraction. So it will be 1. 1.5, ignore the fraction 0.5. So it will be 1. Root is in position 1, right? Root is in position 1. Similarly, if a parent node is in position 2, if a parent node is position 2, then its child node will be 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, which is equal to 5. Okay, it will be in 4 and fourth and fifth position. Okay, to get these positions, we have to consider the values from h of 1 instead of h of 0. Okay. So let us discuss the heap construction algorithm for bottom-up approach. Okay, for bottom-up approach, we'll discuss construct a heap from elements of a given array by the bottom-up algorithm. Input is an array h of 1 to n of orderable elements. Output is a heap h of 1 to n. So initially we have stored the values in h only, and heap is also constructed and stored in h only. Okay. For I is equal to n by 2 down to 1. So consider from n by 2. Consider from n by 2, floor function of n by 2, that is if you get the fractional part, just ignore that fractional part and consider the whole number. Down to 1, up to 1. Up to 1, n by 2 to 1. You have to decrease every time. Okay, decrement the value of n every value of I every time. Okay, that is up to 1. And once you get it, once it becomes 0, you have to come out of the for. So k is equal to I, b is equal to h of k. Okay, k is equal to I and b is equal to h of k, nothing but h of I initially. Okay, h of I initially. So because k is equal to I. And initially we are considering heap is equal to false. Heap is not constructed. Okay, heap is not constructed. So heap is equal to false. So within the for loop itself, we have another loop, that is while loop. While not heap. Heap is not constructed yet. So heap is equal to false. If heap is equal to, while heap is equal to false, and 2 into k less than or equal to n, do j is equal to 2 into k. Okay, j is equal to 2 into k. That is, we are going to check for its child node. Okay, we are going to check for its child node. While constructing the heap with an example, you will come to know what we are doing all this in the algorithm. Okay, so while not heap, that is heap is equal to false. Heap is equal to false, that is one condition. And 2 into k, 2 multiplied with k is less than or equal to n. If these two conditions are true, then j is equal to 2 into k. Okay, if j is less than n, whatever you have multiplied with 2 with k, whatever you have got for the, whatever the value you have got for j, for that j we are comparing with n. If j is less than n, that means that node has two child nodes. Okay, if j is less than n, that means that node has two child nodes. If there are two child nodes, check both the value. Okay, check both the value. If h of j is less than h of j plus 1, that is, the value in the position j plus 1 is greater, or value in the position j, it is lesser than the value in the position j plus 1. We are comparing the position h of j, jth position and j plus 1th position. Both the values we are comparing. If j plus 1 is greater, that is the value in the position h of j plus 1, it is greater, then j will be equal to j plus 1. Otherwise, j value will not be altered. Okay, that means it points to the second child node. Okay, it points to the second child node, that or right child node of that particular node. Okay, right child node of the particular node. If b is greater than or equal to h of j, now we are comparing this node with the jth node. We are comparing this node with the parent node. B is the parent node, parental node. Okay, B is the parental node. If the value in the parental node is greater, that means it's a heap. Heap is equal to 2. B points to the parent node. Okay, remember B points to the parent node. If the value in the parent node is greater than in the child node. So first we are checking both the child node. First we are checking both the child node. If, and we are pointing to the one which is having highest value among two child nodes. Okay, then we are comparing that greater child node with the parent node. If parent node has the highest value than the child node, then heap is equal to true. So you need not to change anything. Otherwise, change it. H of k is equal to h of j. Okay, h of k is equal to h of j. Now, k is equal to j. Now, k will be equal to j. K will be pointing to the new node. Okay, k will point to the new node. And then come out of the while loop. After doing all this, once heap becomes true, come out of the while loop, because it will check with the while loop condition, not heap. Now it's a heap. Once heap becomes true, it's a heap. It is not equal to false. So it will come out of the loop and h of k is equal to v. So final parental node will be changed here. H of k is equal to p. This is heap bottom up construction. While discussing the example, you will come to know how exactly it works. Okay, we'll discuss with an example. Bottom up heap construction. Let us consider these values 2, 9, 7, 6 and 5, 8. Okay, let us consider these values. So while considering these values, you can notice that, so we have created binary tree. Okay, we have created complete binary tree while filling the values into the tree. Okay, 2, 9, 7, 6, 5 and 8. Remember that why it is bottom up approach means we have created the binary tree. Okay, from the bottom. Now after creating the binary tree, we are trying to convert this into heap. That's why it is called as bottom up heap construction. Okay, bottom up heap from the bottom, because we have already constructed the tree. Complete binary tree, it is already constructed. Now you have to convert this into heap. Okay, so it is a simple complete binary tree. It is not a heap now, because 2 is in the root of the node, which is lesser than all the values in the tree, right? So 2, 9, 7, 6, 5, 8. So you can notice that whatever the order we have in the input, in the same order binary tree is created level wise. Okay, so then we are going to compare the last node, that is last leaf node with its parent. Okay, we are going to compare the last leaf node with its parent. So that's what we are doing here in the algorithm. J is equal to 2 into k. Okay, j is equal to 2 into k. In 2 into k will be having the child node. Okay, 2 into k will be having the child node. We are going to compare that. Okay, so I is equal to n divided by 2, floor function. So here we have 6 values, right? Here we have 6 values, and you can notice that parent node is up to third position, 1, 2 and 3. 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, it is having parent node. 4, 5, 6, it is having leaf nodes. Okay, you can notice that. So in position 3, we have a parent node, and its child node will be in 2 into 3 in the 6th position, that is 8. Okay, now 8 and 7 are we are going to compare. It is not satisfying the parental dominance condition, right? Because 7 is lesser than 8. Now you exchange these two. Okay, so this okay, now this is a heap. Okay, this is a heap. Now what is the next step? Compare the next leaf nodes. Okay, compare the next leaf nodes with its parent node. Before that, so we have to check whether it has 2 child nodes. Yes, it has 2 child nodes. Okay, it has 2 child nodes. 9, it is having 2 child nodes, 6 and 5, and 6 is greater than 5, right? 6 is greater than 5. So compare 6 with 9. Compare 6 with 9. So it is already a heap. If you consider this, it is already a heap. You need not to change anything here. Okay, parent node is having greater value than its child node. So you need not to change anything in this. Okay, what is the next step? Check the next leaf node. Here we don't have any leaf nodes remaining, right? Now, what you have to do is you have to check the remaining parental node for the root node. Okay, child nodes for root node, it is 9 and 8, and among 9 and 8, 9 is greater. So compare 9 with 2, 9 is greater than 2, so exchange 9 and 2. Okay, exchange 9 and 2. You have exchanged 9 and 2, so now you have to check with the descendants of 2. Now, when we check with the descendants of 2, again 6 and 5 both are greater than 2. Among 6 and 5, 6 is greater than 5 and 6 is greater than 2 also. So, exchange 2 and 6. Okay, so this is the heap constructed using the bottom-up heap construction method. Okay, I hope you understood. So, first we have to create the binary tree, then convert this into heap. So, that is bottom-up heap construction. I'll tell you why it is called transform and conquer technique in the next class while discussing heap sort. Okay, we are discussing only the heap construction now. Okay, so this is the bottom up heap construction method for the given list, that is 297658. I hope you understood this concept. Okay, next we'll discuss top-down approach for heap construction. For top-down approach, while inserting the node itself, you have to convert it into heap. Okay, we are going to insert one node at a time. And while inserting itself, we are going to check whether it is a heap or not. Okay, consider the same list 2976 and 58. We're not going to construct the binary tree directory here with all the numbers. We are going to create the binary tree by inserting only one value at a time and by converting the heap immediately. That's why it is called as top-down approach. So consider only one value, that is 2. It's a heap. We need not to check anything because it is having only one element. Don't check anything. Next, insert the next node into the tree. Always insert from left to right. Fill each level from left to right. Okay. So for 2, insert 9 to the left of that. Now check it is not a heap because it is not satisfying the parental dominance condition for the max heap. Right? 9 is greater than 2. Exchange these two. So now it's a heap. After that, insert the next node into the tree. That is 7. 7 will be inserted into the tree. Check with its parent node 7 and 9. 7 is lesser than 9, so need not to change anything. It's a heap. Right? Next, insert the next number. Insert the next number into the tree, that is left of 2. You insert the next number 6. Okay. Now check with its parent. 6 and 2 will be compared. 6 is greater than 2. So exchange these two. So after that, you compare 6 with 9. 6 is lesser than 9. So you need not to change anything. Okay. Then insert the next number, that is 5 into the tree. So 5 will be compared with its parent node, that is 6. Now 5 is lesser than 6, so you need not to change anything, it's a heap. So insert the next number into the tree. To the left of 7, you insert 8. When we insert 8 to the left of 7, we have to check with its parent, that is 8 and 7. 7 is the parent of 8, but it is lesser than 8, right? So exchange these two. After exchanging these two, again compare 8 with 9. Okay, compare 8 with 9. 8 is lesser than 9. So you need not to change anything. This is the heap constructed with the top-down approach. Okay, bottom-up approach means construct the binary tree, complete binary tree directly, and then convert that into heap. That's why it is called as bottom-up approach. Because we are constructing the tree before checking whether it is a heap or not. But here in the top-down approach, we are going to insert only one item at a time, one number at a time. Then we are comparing with its parent. If it is not a heap, convert it into heap before inserting the new number. That is the top-down approach. Okay. So the tree constructed using the bottom-up approach and top-down approach will be same for any given list. Okay, it will be same for any given list. So we have constructed 9, 6, 8, 2, 5, 7, right? So this is the tree constructed using bottom-up approach. This is the tree constructed using top-down approach. You can compare these two. It is one and the same because we have used same list, right? 9 in the root node, then 6, 8 in the next level. In next level, we have 2, 5, and 7. So 9, 6, 8, 2, 5, 7. This is the array representation, and h of 0 is empty. We are not using that. You can see that. Okay. I hope you understood this concept. Then this is the algorithm for top-down heap construction algorithm. So for what we need to do, first attach a new node with the key k in it after the last leaf of the existing heap. Then shift k up to its appropriate place in the new heap as follows. So compare k with its parent's key. If the latter is greater, that is parent's key is greater or equal to k, then we have to stop. Latter means parent key. K means its child key. Child key and the parent key we are comparing. Latter means second one. Okay, if second one is greater, that is parent node is greater, then stop. The structure we have already have is a heap, so you need not to change anything. Otherwise, swap these two keys and compare k with its new parent. Okay, we have to swap and then compare it with its new parent. This is the top-down heap construction algorithm, and this swapping continues until k is not greater than the last parent or it reaches to the root. Okay, so whatever we have discussed with an example, this is the same thing. Okay, I hope you understood this algorithm. So let us insert the key 10 into the heap constructor. Okay, we are using top-down approach, and let us insert a new key 10 into it. Okay, let us see what happens. So this is the heap constructor, and we are trying to insert a new key 10. Okay, when we are trying to insert a new key 10 to the right of 8, to the right of 8. So now when we compare 8 and 10, 8 is less than 10, so we have to exchange these two or swap these two. Once we swap these two, 10, again compare 10 with its new parent. New parent is 9. Previously parent was 8. Now parent of 10 is 9 now. So compare with its new parent. Again 10 is greater than 9. Right? So swap these two. So now it's a heap. Right? It was not heap when we inserted the 10 into the already constructed heap initially, right? So when we compare with its parent node, we exchange with 8, then we again compare with its new parent and we exchange with 9 also. So now it's a heap constructed. So this is the heap constructed using top-down approach. Okay, top-down approach. I hope you understood. So whatever the algorithm we have discussed, for that I have given this example. Okay, so anyhow for top-down approach, every time we have to consider one single value that will be inserted into the tree. Then we are going to compare with its parent. Okay, if it is lesser, no problem, stop comparison. So it will be a heap. If it is not lesser, swap. If you swap it with the parent, again you have to compare it with the new parent. Okay, until parent node is greater or until it reaches the root node. Okay, I hope you understood this concept, that is heap construction using two methods. That is top-down approach and bottom-up approach. In the next class, we'll discuss heap sort.